Welcome everybody one more time to our little corn game that we've been working on. Quick shout out to the Risk of Rain 2 OST. But yeah, this is where we're at. Today is all about sauce. You know, all we want to do is just add sauce to the game. Games do very well when they have sauce. If you don't have sauce, you don't have a game. And you know, there's a few games that you play out there that just have sauce, and the best way to explain having sauce is literally like every impact feels, believe it or not, impactful. And there's some games out there that just don't have that. They don't have any impact. You just don't feel it, and that's what we're gonna work on today. So in our last shorts that you saw, we added a health bar to our little bird enemy here. Let's just grow our corn a little bit. We smack him, and you see his health bar flashes every time. That was actually very easy to do, much easier than I thought it'd be. And we'll go over how we have that set up. And then I wanted to go over a couple other bits of sauce that I wanted to add. And if you have any suggestions for sauce at all, feel free to, just let me know, because there's a lot of different ways to add sauce to your game, that's for sure. And we gotta add a death animation for him as well. So we'll be sure to do that. And then I think that pretty much covers what we're gonna do today. So it's gonna be a pretty short stream, but it's all about the sauce. And I just love saying it. As you can tell, our microphone sounds a lot different now. Believe it or not, I just moved it closer to my face. And it actually makes a lot of a difference. I gotta get my mount set up again. That way we can just have it like right there in our face here. So that's gonna be something we want to set up. But let me go over this animation player, which is what we added. So we have the flash animation, which is what we're doing here for this flashing. So if we play it, and if we turn on looping, you can see it's just flashing white. And you might be like, okay, well, how are you doing that? Are you changing the texture? Are you doing anything? No, not any of that. So every single texture in Godot has something called modulate, and we're just messing with that. So the modulate feature, what that does is it changes the tint of a texture. So if we go into our HP bar, and we do have an actual tint field here, we're just going through self-modulate because the outside texture here is what's it called? It's full black, so it's 0 across the board except for alpha. And because of that, it doesn't actually flash with everything else. Your mileage may vary in that regard, but just keep that in mind when you're doing it. Otherwise, use the tint here for the progress. So if we go into raw, you can see the main value is 1, and if we brought that past 1 on non-HDR displays, it's going to just show up as white. And if you want to make it show up as white on any display, set to like 1000. And that's how we get this flash. So how we do that here is we just mess with these nodes a lot. I think control gets us to zoom in. We just mess with the controls until we had just a sharp cutoff. And that's it. That's how we get this like little flash here. And if we play, I messed up. Now. It resets. That's because so this is actually a default animation, so you want to leave it to reset, I believe. No, I lied. Why are you stuck on white? I guess we can just set we can just set this to 1. But yeah, that's just a really simple way. And if you have like a really stylized one and you want to add like dynamic status effects, yeah, you could probably mess with that if you really wanted to. But it's not strictly necessary at all. So we're gonna be adding sauce, and there's 2 main aspects to sauce. One of the big ones is just direct feedback, right? If I hit something, it flashing white, cool, that's something. We very much don't have control over this cob, which is like a blessing and a curse. But what we can do is we can add a couple of bits of sauce. So we kind of ended up just going for like a melee route for this, and I'm not complaining. To be honest, I think this is actually a much more of a fun game than I was initially intending, which it's nice to emergently design your game. It's very important to do that. So because I'm emergently designing, we come up with like little unique problems. One of them is, because this is technically physics driven, we don't have direct control over it. What we end up with is it's invincible, right? This bird has zero mass as far as this impact process goes. See, we just smack, gone. And that's just how we have it set up. Just no physics interaction. So one thing we want to add for sauce is some way to telegraph directly to the player, hey, you gotta hit. And I have a good idea of how I want to do that. If you notice in a lot of animes, there's like kind of a freeze frame effect when you hit something, and that it makes it feel really saucy. I like to say saucy, but that really is how I feel about it. What the actual terminology is for that, I have zero idea. But what we can do is, so we're already eliciting, in order to do damage to this bird, in cob control. We're yelling out. Yeah, that's fine. Not cob control, sorry. In the cob, we're listening to this body, this kinematic body, and we're doing a take damage here when it enters. So we can add sauce from there, right? We can add sauce and have things, you can see our damage values here being pretty small, but we can add sauce using this function. I'm thinking, when we end up hitting that first impact, if it's strong enough, it just freeze frames the cob for a second and plays an animation. Now, what animation? We got a couple. So first, these are going to be backwards, just because I like to animate big to small. I really should have just done the frames backwards, but that didn't occur to me right away. So they're backwards right now, but we can always edit that. So one is this kind of like ground pound. So if you recall, in our first stream when we were working with the physics, we added the ability for us to smack the ground. So we're going to add a functionality to cause that sprite to trigger, because these are emitted. If we go into, I think it's under big corn, yeah. So signal bounce here, it emits when we hit the ground, and we can detect which side we're on and how fast we hit it. So we do that, we can get some effects going, and then when we hit the bird hard enough, I want to play an animation, which is this one here. Please hide yourself. And then if we play, so again it's backwards, right? But we'll have this kind of explosion ring emanating, but at the same time, probably depending on the damage, I think it'd be kind of more fun to work dynamically. Like, okay, if we do a small amount of damage, we do one animation and we compound to it. So I was thinking what we do is, if we do a small amount of damage, we just have this like ring pop out. Okay, so that's that ring. And if we do a medium amount of damage, these diagonals here will be flashing and rotating. And then if we do a huge amount of damage, this inner part also is flashing and rotating the opposite direction. I think that would be pretty sick to have. And then depending on the impact strength, we can change the like visibility layers on that. So that's what I'm thinking for sauce. This is definitely, it's gonna get real saucy, but that's kind of my mentality behind it. That's what I'm thinking we want to do here, because I was gonna have these cobs shoot and do this and do that. I think it'd be pretty cool to create like a bionic, genetically modified weapon cob that's just straight up a melee weapon, you know. I think that'd be pretty fun. So those modifications would be up here, if we even end up using that system at this rate, honestly. But that's why I like having this kind of emergently occur. Another thing we can do is have like kernels shoot out when we impact. Somebody said the bird should literally turn into blood and vaporize. I'm not against the idea. I do hate pigeons. Especially this predator pigeon. Why is this guy upside down? Oh, right. And then we're going to add a death a death animation for him. So let us bring up our little thing here, and we're actually going to use this as a list of things to do. So to do, many a time. Oh, thanks, Dilio. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun making that thumbnail. But I figured, you know, this is a pretty angry Cobb. So, first is add burb death. I mean, this isn't in any particular order. So we're going to add the bird death. We're going to add ground pound. And then after that, the third thing is impacts with strength. And then maybe kernels popping out if you do enough impact. I'm thinking the kernels would make more sense as you taking damage rather than you committing to damage. But yeah, so we got the flashing already. So that's our little bit of sauce we have so far. And you know, once we grow our Cobb out a little bit, you know, it is definitely present. So that's good. I like the flash. It signifies, okay, hey, we did damage. But again, there's no, oh right, and then animate pause. Let's bring that here. Kind of animate pause impact, right? Because when we hit this really hard, I'd like this Cobb just to stand still for a second. It's still moving, right? Like in terms of like it's storing data, you know, it's storing data that's moving, but it like freeze frames when it really, you know, attack. So we're gonna do that first. So we have here, let's, where's our, so you're actually going into Cobb. We probably want that signal going straight to the corn. I'm thinking that's what we want. But also, you know what? We can just throw a signal onto here, and then we can just kind of have everything be separate, because we're going to be messing with that angle velocities and stuff, so I want to keep that here in the Cobb function, or in the big corn function. So let's do a signal, and let's do, but then we're going to have to pass other variables through. Yeah, we're gonna just do impacted, right? And then we'll do I don't think this should crash. I think we'll be good on this front. Alright, let's smack this bird with our Cobb. Alright, didn't crash. Cool. So then, under big corn, we're going to put in here a function. If you know the terminology for this, that'd be fantastic. I doubt it, though, because I don't even know if it's even a thing. But we're just going to call it animate impact sauce. And then on those impacts here, we're going to go ahead on ready, impacted.connect, and then we're going to connect animate impact sauce. And we're not going to need any variables for this at all. And what we're going to do is we're going to commit a couple of variables here. we're going to have a variable here called freeze length, and this is going to be in number of frames. Let's just do number of milliseconds, right? Or ms ticks. And we'll set this up to 200. And then what we'll do we're going to do this right here, right? Because we don't want it to move. And it doesn't have to recalculate if it's not moving. So we're going to say if restart plus freeze length is less than time underscore or time dot gets ms ticks or get ticks milliseconds. So if restart and freeze length, right? So if we're within the freeze, we're just gonna return. It might break something, but I don't think it will, because we're not like using this to re-render because we already have those baked points. So we'll do that, and then this here, if angle velocity is greater than, and then where is the, so we're multiplying by 246. So we're multiplying by 246 on the angle velocity, right? So it's greater than two. So let's say if it's greater than 10 damage, and that's just an arbitrary value. Then we'll set our current freeze start to the current time. Alright, get 6 millisecond. So this should just on its own do it, right? It might help. Might help if this is just like just negative 200 for now. Freeze start plus freeze length. Oh, it's greater than. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for, right? So when we have a high damage hit, it does that. And we can even scale, because since this freeze length is a variable, right? And we do var freeze scale, we can make freeze length equal to the damage, right? So if we just do so it'll be equivalent to the amount of damage you do. So if we do like 30 damage in one hit, this should freeze for 0.3 of a second, I think. So like light hits, nothing, right? We can do a big hit, it like properly freezes. Oh, okay. Alright. And it still has its momentum, right? So it'll still carry that through. We'll probably want to bring up the threshold. Let's bring this up to 20 damage. We'll get our cob nice and long, because we kind of need to. So now we impact, nothing. Yeah, there we go. So it'll properly freeze if we hit. So we are going to have to do some physics changes on the kinematic body. Since we're kinematically moving it, we do have to tell the physics engine kind of where it's translating to. that's why we're getting those like pass-throughs, right? Where even though it collides, it doesn't do anything because it just checks on a single frame. It's like, oh, you know, you collided, but it doesn't really say like how to put the momentum in. But that's fine. So we're getting those freeze frames. So that's awesome. And then if here, you know, once we get to this point, this is where we're going to want to spawn. So we're going to want to call the impact spawn. So this is why I'm probably going to move this signal. So let's go ahead and take this. Yeah, because this has nothing to do with the cob itself, right? So we're going to take this, we're going to move it here, we're going to take this signal, we're going to edit, and we're going to pull this to the big cord. So now it should still be doing damage, right? Or we can freeze everything. Oh, that's is right. So now we should be getting this down to properly impact. Yep, there we go. So we're adding a bit of sauce to our corn. You can see how much damage we're doing here, right? So that big impact that triggered it was like 22. For now, while we're working on things, I'm going to bring that value down. And then what we'll do is we're going to take all of this code. We're going to put it here. And we're going to calculate the damage. So and then we can just simply pop that value in. Then it's going to be damage times 10, and then we're going to emit the impact, right? So and then we can actually just pass those values in. I think we want to do that because we're damaging the pigeon, and then if our damage is greater than 10, we're going to set our freeze frame, and then we're going to say impacted.emit. See, the kinematic body entered, it just says where the body is. It's not the impact point, right? But you know what, we'll just go ahead and we'll just pass the body and the damage. And this should just emit just fine. It shouldn't just completely bust. I know it's not, none of it's typed, but we'll live. Yeah, it's emitting. Okay, cool. So now when we emit here, we're going to want we could get the impact position, but I think we'll just do it between the two positions, just because if it's roughly there, because this is going to go by pretty quick. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to define I guess we can set them up as animation players. So let's see here. Where are we at? Let's go back into A-Sprite and let's export these. And now if we go into impact sauce, yep, we have all of our frames. Beautiful. You can see how it's like broken down into components, right? So we'll go ahead and create a new scene, and we're gonna make this 2D scene, and we're just gonna call this impact. And then, are we allowed to change the type of the root node? Yes, we are. And let's set this up to. Actually, we should have this as just a raw thing. We can add the scripts to there. So we're in child node. This is gonna be a animated sprite. That's fine. And then we're going to call this minis. Oh, here we go. And then we're going to just load up these. So default animation is going to be these bad boys right here. Well, let's bring this up to 20 FPS. I think 60. Oh, a little spicy. 30? Yeah, I think that's a good impact, right? So these are minis animation. So we're gonna make this the, yeah, this is only gonna play until this animation ends, pretty much, or at least we can have this fade out. So we have the minis, then we have the inner ring, and then we have the, oh my god, I'm just so used to just, I don't know why I want to just type it out. And then we have the outer ring. Right, so this is our animation currently. So this impact, right, it'll just play once, and then we're going to have those rotate around. Probably growing. That's debatable, how we're going to set that up. That's for sure. But, yeah, so we have that frame animation for saucy impact. Let's just bring it down to 15, right? Because, yeah, I'm thinking, like, that's a pretty good impact. Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Then we'll go ahead and create a script. And this is going to be, yeah, I guess we'll just call it impact. We'll give it a class name because we are going to be referring to it. And we're going to call this impact normal. And we'll throw this in the impact sauce folder. And then here in our big cob, we're gonna put it in here. So we're not gonna export it. We don't really have any need to. Impact node is going to be of type impact. And we'll set it to this bad boy. On ready var. There we go. So we'll have that if it decides to behave. Oh, I guess we can't really define it as an impact. That's fine. Because this is a scene that we're loading. Behave? Behave. Cool. So impact node, that's that. And then we'll just have we'll have a function here. So and then this is actually going to control the impact itself. So we're going to create this, and then we're going to do spawn impact. That way, if we decide to buffer these impact sprites, we can do that. But then that way, this node here is controlling everything. And then we have that, and then we'll just go ahead and, because we're not going to buffer it right now, but we might as well just add that ability in case if things get really crazy. So once we're doing that impact sauce, I guess we're not going to do that in backslash. We're going to emit it regardless. And then, yeah, because we're already doing the freeze here, and then we're going to emit. And we'll do var new impact equals, I don't know what I called it. Impact node. Instantiate. So we'll instantiate a new impact node. And then I can do this as an impact, right? Did that behave? We'll set the global position to, we're just gonna put it in between. Or I guess we'll just do it at body dot position, right? So we'll set that to body's position, and then we're going to set its parent, or yeah. Why am I starting blitzing? Get parent dot add child, and then we'll just add new impact. So this should, in theory, when we hit this guy, yep, it'll create a couple of impacts. Beautiful. And I actually do really like the size of those impacts, right? So once we have that animation set up, it'll be Gucci. So yep, we have that set up now. And yeah, so we have that set up to spawn our impact, and then spawn impact, and then we're going to give it the damage value, and then we can set up thresholds, right? So export var and we'll just set it to just 10, right? Just for effect. So if damage is greater than threshold 1, I mean, it's going to be, but we'll just do it. Dot play. So that'll play the default animation, right? And we'll have to set up an animation tree for all this. I think that'd be a much better call, but yeah, so are we able to set this as like animation forward? Yeah, I think we'll have to add animation tree for this. So yeah, we'll set it to impact animation tree. And what are you complaining about? Oh, sorry, animation player. So what, you're like a child of that? I don't know what your role is in this society. I guess I don't have to rename it. So, we're going to create a new one, and this one's going to be called, yeah, this is going to be called low impact, right? And property track without a root. Huh? Can I just like drag this in? No. Maybe without a root. Like a root animation? I am confuzzled. Oh, root node. Here we go. Your root node is impact. I set your... Huh? What do you mean without a root? I set a... Eh? Why are you broken? This is genuinely confusing me because it can, I guess. Alright, we can do position. Okay, now it's working. So property of mini. And we're gonna set this to yeah, we'll just set this to animation. Oh. No? Oh, call method. No? Why are you struggle busing? Am I struggle busing? Do we have to restart? I think we have to restart. I probably put a backslash somewhere and I killed it. We'll see. Because if we killed it, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'd also be surprised. Alright, there we go. Yeah, now it's added. So let's go ahead and trash this, and then let's do this again. Oh, we can actually set the frame directly. Interesting. What are we doing here? So we have that animation, right? All right, let's do things that I know what I'm doing. So we'll go for a property track, or I guess 2D rotation. No, it's not right here. Actually, it's still under property. Let's do outer ring. And then let's do visible. Value off. And then we'll do the same thing for the inner ring. Off. So now if we play this, yep, they're not visible. Cool. And we'll duplicate this and we'll call this medium impact. And on medium impact animation, the No, we want the inner ring visible. So we'll have the inner ring visible, and then we'll add a property for the inner ring for rotation. And yeah, we'll set it to just 0, right? And then over the course of, I think we want like 1/4 of a second, right? We're going to want this to be 360 degrees. Yep, and then I'm thinking adding a scale also might be a good call. And then we're going to have it so it eases. Right, so yes. And we'll set this to, we'll set this property here. Yeah, this is too many rotations for that, so we'll set this to 180. Yeah, and then we'll go ahead and for the other ½ second, so yeah, we're gonna go insert another key for another ½ second, and you're right here at 180, you're gonna be here at 360, right? So then it's spinning, spinning, spinning. And we'll add a property track for main impact. Yeah, okay, that's actually perfect. So if we set this here, yes, 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 yes. Let's actually bring that up a little bit. I think we'll have to ease it. So if we just kind of go like that, that might be a little aggressive. Or is it this one? Oh, it's this one that we're looking for. So this is over ½ second. Maybe we bring this up a bit. It's not really as impacty as I want, you know? Like with the sauce, it all matters about the impact. So low impact, they're both invisible. Medium impact, that's invisible. And then we're going to create a new one, and then we're going to call this heavy impact. Oh. Duplicate. Priority. Heavy impact, right? And this one, this guy's going to be visible. And then we'll do the same thing, pretty much. So we're going to add a property track, outer ring, rotation. So you're at 0, and then we're going to do this one at negative 180. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Then we'll add another one here at negative 360. So it should ease through. Ooh, I'm liking that. Now if we add another scale, or another one for scale. I wish you could see this in real time, right? So we're going to do that. We're going to insert a key here for 1.4 times, I'm guessing. And then yeah, okay, I can see that. Right? You know what? I'm gonna see if I can add some more sauce here. If we go for the outer ring and we go to the modulate, we'll do self-modulate, and then we're gonna do this as dot alpha. Insert a key here. Oh, sorry, colon alpha. Wish I could just like copy the key here. There might be a functionality for it, but so we solid second, right? We're gonna do that, and then every other one we're gonna do 0 and hard. No, you're still 1. Then we insert a key. We set this to 0. Give that a nice sharp angle, and then we insert one more. Set this one to 0. Set this to be sharp, and then we should get this to flash. Whoa. That's kind of trippy. Maybe we're doing this too many times. Unless we can... That was an intense song. Is that really from Risk of Rain? Or did I just get a copyright strike? That's crazy. I don't think I've ever heard that. The Risk of Rain soundtrack is beautiful. I don't know if I'm liking that really. Okay, well it'd be nice if it kept the right value. Oh, you're set to 0. Oh, you know what? I probably had those values backwards. Oh, well, we're set though. I think the scale could be more aggressive though. Definitely like at a 1.8. Oh my god, 18. Well, cool. Alright, so we have that. Next, it's the minis here. I wonder if there's like in JavaScript there's like an animation forward that is a function, and I'm not seeing that as a thing where like it plays and then it just stops after playing once. We have 5 frames, right? So 15 frames per second, 5 is a third of a second. So we can set up we can basically tell you that at 0 seconds you're visible, and at 0.3 you're not. Right? And then we're going to want you to play regardless. And if I copy the visible track and we paste it in low and we place it in medium, we should get this just to pop up regardless. Well, we're not going to. Oh, is this modulate set to? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that, you know, Godot likes to save those values, right? But if we check the sauce now, should get that to delete, because we're not actually setting this to play. So if we go into impact here, so we'll set that to play, and then we'll set this to play. By default, it'll play a low impact, right? So by default, we should get, well, I guess nothing if it's not hard enough. Let's have it play the heavy impact. Maybe that one we can actually see. I'm hoping it's actually working how we want it to. So now if we play it, yeah, it's not the fastest animation on the planet, right? So I think if we bring that animation speed scale up to 2.0, it makes it spin faster. It's funny. Yeah, I think if we bring the scale up, the whole thing up. Yeah, we're not modulating that, so let's just for the sake of it, let's bring that scale up to 2. Yeah, I think that adds to it, right? It's a little nutty, but we have 2 bits of sauce added. So it's greater than threshold 1. So we're gonna do this. Animation player, I think we can summon a queue free on this. Might be kind of crazy, but if we add a call method on impact, if we say just after half a second, there's no way queue free is available. Queue free is available. So now we should see, right, we get that impact, and then we're not playing animation. Doy. Let's also copy that track. So copy tracks, impact methods, and then we're gonna paste that into both of these. So now it should be deleting itself. So when we do anything with this, so we're gonna play. This is going to be recursive hell, but it should work. Then we should do medium impact. We're going to do this for a second. Yeah, okay, that is working. And then we're going to just move this all over. And then if it's greater than that, otherwise if it's greater than over 2. Let's set this to 20. I think that should look much nicer. So now we got the big impact. Alright, we got smaller impacts. So, yep, we're getting different impact sizes. Now when we do the animate impact, it's kind of fun. And they're queue freeing themselves, so we don't have to worry about kind of just having node overload. Come on. Okay, it does get kind of difficult to hit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's kind of working. That's cool. I'm glad it is. So we got another layer of sauce added. Now we gotta do the nice. Now we gotta do the impacts on the sides when we impact the ground. So that's gonna be our next thing here. Once this pigeon comes back, we still gotta add that death animation for him. Yeah, let's do that actually. I think we're gonna do the most basic of things, and we just change the sprite, set the rotation, and then cause it to not be collidable. I say the simplest of things. I think the enemy pigeon is its own scene. I don't think it is actually. Game world, environment, say branch as scene, and we'll say that under the pigeon. And we'll open up the scene here. And then we're going to create a new sprite. death. So then we're going to set your position to 0, 0. I just love that the health bar just follows him, but it does me a tickle. And then we actually don't have this exported yet, so if we go over to enemy pigeon, we gotta open up this our file manager here. Pigeon. Yeah, let's so if we go to enemy pigeon, we have death. So that's good. So we put this as death. We set the visibility to off. And then let's see here. If the HP is less than 0, we are not going to queue free. We're going to just have a die function, right? And we'll have a function of the die, which is going to set this. That's our self. So pigeon.visible is going to equal false. And death.visible is going to be true. So everybody witnesses that we have died. And let's see what this looks like for now, right? Because I'm kind of curious how comical this sprite's going to be if we kill him and he doesn't rotate. Yeah, he's definitely not happy, but we do want to rotate him. So we're going to do rotation is going to be 0. Lock rotation equals true. It's all about the sauce today. Or one more hit. Come on! And his rotation's not locked. What is the... Yeah, lock rotation. Interesting. It doesn't say anything about not being able to set it. Well, let's try that one more time here. Let's see if we can get this pigeon to die proper. We're summoning that die function, right? Yeah, we are. Because he really shouldn't be rotating anymore after we slap him to death with our cord. That's weird. Let's give this a pause here. What? Why isn't this setting? We just found a bug, I guess. Yeah, that's weird. Is it possibly because they're setting rotation on the same frame? I can't imagine it, but you never know. You get some weird bugs every now and then. And that's why it's open source, you know, so anybody can hunt these bugs down. I think we might have just found another bug, though. But yeah, definitely adding exhaust is the way. Welcome to the current viewers of the stream. Yeah, he really shouldn't be... He just decided he's going to rotate. Understandably, you know. I hate pigeons, and I'm not surprised that the pigeons don't want to behave with us. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's very weird. So let's see here. So that might be a bug. I would like to. I don't want to just hard set the rotation. I mean, we could just spawn a dead pigeon, which might honestly be the best bet. So if we instead give this guy a script. I really don't want to do that though. I have a better idea. Oh, it's because we're integrating forces here. I wonder if that's messing with it. So let's go ahead and so this is a false, right? And we'll just say dead equals true. And then while we're dead, we're going to go into here and we're going to say if dead rotation equals 0, and maybe we have to set it in here, right? There's a chance. Wait, what? Why are you doing both? Oh, why are you still visible again? So I'm wondering if that might help. If I can hit the pigeon. Alright, moment of truth. Oh yeah, that's working. Cool. So, if this is set, that's going to equal to true. And then we're going to do position dot y plus equals gravity scale. And then we'll return. Or no, linear velocity dot y equals plus equals gravity scale. You know, we're just gonna do that, and I think we just leave it. So we lock it here, and then and if we're dead and out of bounds, I guess we can set this separately, right? So if the absolute position of x is Oh no, yeah, literally here, because this is our reset function. If dead, queue free. That should work, right? So our pigeon should be deleted once it's dead and it goes out of bounds. Alright, I think he's behaving. I know, right? For a bastard pigeon to behave. We don't like pigeons here. This ain't pigeon country. I just gotta take him out. I want to kill him, but I want to keep him in the bounds. I don't know what just happened, but hey, we'll take it. Got 2 impacts in 1. All right, let's let him kill himself. And I'm thinking we should be fine. Quit hitting yourself. I'd like him to... Oh, he's... Alright, we should be good. Some pigeons over here pecking at my crops. Yep, there we go. Oh, right. Call deferred. My favorite is just when you get those high velocity hits. Man, that just feels good. And then he dies. Cool. Oh, we killed him. It's something people aren't really gonna see, right? Like, unless they, like, kill him with, like, a really soft hit, or if he dies in some other quote-unquote natural causes, you know, then we can worry about it. Now we just gotta hit the guy. And we can set it up so when he takes his first hit, then the HP bar is visible. But yeah. Awesome. The pigeon's definitely doing what he's supposed to. So that definitely feels really good. So let's see here. Out of our list of tasks for today, we have the bird death and the enemy pause impact. We have the strength impact, and then next on our list for today is we want those ground pounds, and then yeah, we get those ground pounds, and then maybe some kernels flying out, right? Ooh, we also want on the most extreme levels of sauce, we do want the camera to shake. We'll have to figure out how we're gonna do that, but ooh, it's so good. And definitely when we push our itch update for this stream, that's gonna be a big one for us to have. I'm gonna add a bird spawner for sure. But yeah, like the light hits, you kind of get just a tiny impact, which I like. But then when we get the big ones, you definitely feel it. And then we'll have to add like for our next stream for sure. We're gonna add like wind. Yeah, we're gonna add wind states and stuff. I mean, not right now. That's not a priority. Definitely having these bird impacts are very fun. Cause yeah, this is feeling pretty good. Alright, come back here. Yeah, definitely I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Oh, the bird's definitely feeling it. Art thou feeling it now, Mr. Pigeon? Because you better be. Yeah, this is getting good. Just look at him go. Trying to pick at my crops. Definitely when you're a smaller cob, you get more opportunities to hit. Not as many opportunities, but when you do hit, it's like double as impactful. We'll get him back here one more time before we work on the final juice, which is gonna be those ground impacts. If we can hit the boy. Alright, you know what? I summon Growcorn. Yeah, alright. Cool. Cool. I like that. So, that's actually going to be the simpler one of the two. So, basically, when we impact the ground, we're calling bounce. So what we're doing is we're saying bounce out emit, bounce out emit. On ready, we're going to connect bounce. And we're going to connect that to spawn impact splash, right? And you might be like, what's spawn impact splash? We don't have it yet, so let's add that. Or I guess it's going to be play, but we already named the function. It'll be fine. So we'll go ahead and we're going to do another new scene. Just because it'll be easier to kind of just have everything in one. So if we go to impact sauce, and the floor pounds aren't in their own thing, but we'll go ahead and change this guy's type to a animated sprite. And we'll go ahead and that's the default. Let's create a new one, and we're going to call this impact. And then we gotta swap the order of things just a little bit. So now if we play this, it's not centered. Is this the thing? What is this? Tris Atlas. Yeah, these are all not the same size. That might have been something I did not foresee when making my animations. we can fix it. That's not the biggest worry. I was just hoping we might be able to not have to worry about it. Yeah, because my exporter isn't really good when things are changing sizes, which is a bit of an oof. Yeah, let's go ahead and go back to A sprite here, and we're gonna go into File, Export, Sprite Sheet, just visible layers. Alright, beautiful. Now we should have, yep, there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and trash this, that's fine. We're gonna create a new one and we're gonna call this pound. And then alright, and then we have, for vertical height we have 1, for horizontal we have 5 frames. And then we can manually select the order of the frames. Bam. So now if we play, yeah, there we go. So now we have a nice little spleesh going, which is nice for sauce. And then we're gonna bring this up to probably 10 frames a second. Nah, that's not impactful enough. 25. Beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and I don't know if animation tree is probably the best bet for this. It might be. No, because it's an animation node. Yeah, because it needs an animation player. Excuse me? Okay, yeah. So we're gonna play pound and then so autoplay on load. This is gonna be set to default on this. And then 25 divided by 5 is 0.2 of a second. Alright, and then we're gonna name this the pound. Ooh. And this should just by default clear itself, right? why this has a... Alright, first off, you are going to get deleted. Where are you? Delete node. Alright, so you're good. So we're going to save. So this is pound. And then... we're going to move pound where it belongs in the sauce folder. And then if we... have another on ready, alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to spawn a pound node. Now it isn't really that efficient, just keep like respawning them over and over, but for how small the scope is of the game and the fact that we're not going to be doing it often, it's fine if we do it this way. We can just go ahead and preload a couple of pounds and just play them as needed. We're not too worried about that. So we'll go ahead and instantiate a new node here, and then we're gonna go ahead and add child of temp. And then we're going to do this. I'm going to pull as an OCD. No, let's do it as the animation sprite that it is. Temp.position.y equals 0. Temp.position world. How do we explain the composition again? Composition calculated .x. Now, in theory, if we can hit the ground, we got an error. What's going on? Alright, no, that's fine. Deferred? Oh, is this just No, it is a set state. Oh, set rock. Oh, we were doing it wrong. You know what? It works for now, but it's gonna keep bugging me. Alright, I think that'll fix that. And then let's go ahead and impacted, right? So we gotta see if this is actually pairing properly. Yeah, we are impacting. Why are you doing anything then? Yeah, what we'll do is we'll pause here and make sure it's doing what we needed. Alright, so child temp. Oh. Alright, so pound is added to the world. So if we... No, we don't see it. What? Do we not just add it? You're an orphan. Alright, pound. Your position is 0, 0. Oh, you know what? We have to offset it. Negative 21 pixels. Other 21 pixels. No, we're right. Yeah, I don't know why it's not spawning here. It could be that it's just not playing, right? So let's just keep it to the default of pound. Oh wait, yeah, it should be. Fine, we'll leave that at 3. I don't know what the 3 arguments are. Deterministic. Interesting. Oh, okay, we're doing it wrong. Got it. So we're basically just avoiding it out. What are we missing here? Yeah, why is negative 21? You're set to negative 21 still? No, you're not. Oh! Hey, it's doing something. Sorry, first is first. Let's set the scale here to 2. This should be invisible again. Oh, it's kind of creeping. But we'll set. Alright, so that's it. Cob calculated position is not what we want, but we'll get this here in a second. Oh, you know what? It's because we're bypassing it. Alright, cool. And we're gonna just cheese it. So now that's not really saucy, right? Like, it's impacting, right? But I'm thinking I mean, this is kind of more of a skid rather than impact, I guess. I don't know if I'm really feeling that as is. Okay, let's see if we can get 2 back to forth. That should work. We're gonna test it? No. Unless we happen to... Because it is possible to hit both sides. Come on. Yeah, we can do it. Oh, that's cool. So if you hit something, because it's not moving, but it's still like adding the values, right? Is it doing that? Yeah, we're still adding it. So you can actually, if you get the freeze frames in, you can actually charge up. Ooh. Yeah, you can charge it up. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this is more of a skid. Right, rather than like, oh, we just impacted it. So let's go ahead and go into Ace right here. We're gonna call this floor skid. And we're gonna create a new animation called floor pound again. It might be like, bruh, but it'll just overwrite the names. So we're gonna animate like good boys and actually animate the last frame. Or I guess last frame is gonna be, okay, we can imagine we're impacting from this angle, right? So we want probably like this. Is our like main spread. So we'll go ahead and this last frame, we're gonna want things a little bit smaller. But then, like the frame before, again, we gotta consider the line of direction. No, let's just, there we go. So now I can just erase this whole thing and I can slot a reference line now. And then if we pull this back, we can kind of get that like smudge that we want. Because, you know, we want that smudge with this. That's for sure. So we go back a frame, we erase all of this. Then we just keep kind of the same smudge going back. You know, we're still working with 5 frames, but I'll take it. feel like we're going to be able to make it real juicy here in that first frame. Because, yeah, when we first do that impact, things are sliding out of the way. So we really want that motion to be represented. You know, really long wipe, really connected. And this first one is going to be nice. So if we play, well, let's turn off onion skinning. Yeah, that's looking good. Thinking on this last frame, we kind of, is it this frame? Yeah, this frame's a little chunky, so let's kind of cut down a bit on that chunk. I think we need another frame. Kind of it dying down and moving down, right? So I think that'll do it. And that's the last frame. We just kind of wipe this one almost all the way clean. Yeah, that might have been a bad call. Yeah, I think that's at least better than the sliding wipe that we have right now, right? So let's save, and let's go ahead and... no, we want to export sprite sheet. Yes, overwrite, and then we go into Godot, and then we go into our pound animation. We go ahead and add one more frame. So we're gonna bring this down to 6 frames and 1 vertical. Alright, that might make more sense once we're here. Yeah, so we're gonna actually fire this off when we're going fast enough. And one of the frames has obviously a white spot on the bottom. We're not worried about that. So we're gonna go down here, and it's gonna be minus 24 or 22. No, yeah, 42. But this is gonna be this is kind of dumb, but It'll work. That way, you know, everything's kind of remaining consistent. But now it should. Yeah, I'm guessing I just want more movement here, right? So let's do that. And I'm destroying that bird. Because we could do like a ring impact down there. You know, there's nothing really stopping us from doing that. But I have a feeling that if we add some screen shake, that's going to be top. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll go into the game world. And we should, yeah, we have the signal here. So let's create a script here. And we'll just call it camera 2D. And then on bounce, we're going to add, we should, I think I have a script for screen shake. One moment here. You know, we're going to do it as an animation. So we're going to do this as an animation player. This is going to be called screen shake. And you, my friend, your parent. That's already, oh, because we did as add child note. Nice. And then we're going to do, can we do it as a 3D position? Yeah, I figured we wouldn't. So we'll do, there we go. So insert a key, and we'll just do a quick, yeah, we can just do it as a half second. We can scale it. So now we have two keys. Both are set to their normal values. Let's set this to, and we set this to -52. Oh, it's all the way down here. So we should get some rebound here, right? I think that's what we're looking for. And we play. Oh my god, that's so aggressive. Let's go back into. you're at the Y position down here. Yeah, let's bring that to like 400. Yeah, it's like a decent amount of screen shake. Maybe it's a little aggressive. Let's just do 380. And then we go ahead and we have that, and then we go into here. So we're gonna play screen shake. And then deterministic. Because it's just gonna start shaking the screen. Oh my god, that is some impact. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. We'll definitely have to have like some sort of scaler in there. Yeah, no, this is good. This is really good. Then what we can do is we can. This is why signals are great when you set them up. We're gonna add another one, and we're going to duplicate, and we're gonna call this light. And this one's just gonna have we're gonna tweak these values, and then we're gonna bring this. I'll bring this to like 5, and this to negative 330. And now come on. Trying to just hit the bird is kind of difficult. Come on, bird. That didn't do anything. Are we emitting the impact? Impact did not connect. Yeah, we're not summoning anywhere else, so it is definitely playing there. Wondering if it's just not like overriding it. Now we gotta wait for the bird to come right back around. I guess we could have just grown our cob this whole time to make this easier, but it totally was just a skill issue. Is it not connected properly? Impacted. Because we didn't get that emitting anywhere. Oh, is it because we're not taking any values? Oh, is this a way where we can only summon? Interesting. If this is a way where we can have it call functions. Okay, interesting. We have screen shake. A little intense, but hey. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. mightiest corn on the planet. This is too good. Alright, so now that we have that taken care of, what we'll do is for the object tree exiting. Okay, so we can add got it. So what we'll do is we'll create a script here. No, we want to add a script, and we're going to call this round spawner, right? We'll just call it a spawner, honestly, in game code. And we'll set the max birds to 20. Alright, so whenever we have enemy pigeons, and then we're gonna do an on ready. Then we're gonna preload our bird. Oh, actually, yeah, let's the enemy pigeon scene. There we go. While birds dot size is less than max bird, temp equals ref dot instantiate ref dot we're gonna do this as enemy pigeon. And then ref dot position, or not ref, sorry, temp dot position equals vector2 dot infinity. And then what that'll do is, that might break things. And then we'll do add child temp, and then what we'll do is exiting tree, right? We're gonna connect that to move enemy from list, and we'll connect it to that function. And then when we do let's see here. We could emit something else, but we'll do. Oh, you know what? We can manually insert arguments here, I think. Right? If we come to and that's how it works. So if we go into right, and we go here into here, and we just type in body. Yeah, if we type in enemy, and then birds dot erase Anyway. Right, so as it's exiting the tree, it does that. This should be our cleanup. Can you convert one from nil to callable? That might work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh god. I wasn't ready for so many birds. This is chaos. Oh my god. You can just charge up so many attacks. This is just some villain ass shit. This is insane. This is so much sauce. It's too much sauce. Oh no. And now we're alone. Okay, this isn't working. And I don't feel like really adding that, so a really simple check. Remove at I. So basically, if it's not valid, we're just gonna remove it. That way we just keep adding more pigeons. Alright, it's time. I gotta add a counter of killing pigeons. Alright. It's just freezing because of how much damage it's doing. Okay, I probably need a cap on that, on the freeze time. Are they still in the world? They are. Why aren't you removed? You're dead, but you're not removing yourself. Because we never added the despawn timer. We'll say 2 seconds. Alright, 2 seconds, yeah, 20 seconds. Okay, so time of death is 0. So on die, time of death equals time dot get ticks milliseconds. So that's time of death, and then and this just makes sure it gets, because I don't think that function is getting called at all. Is less than time dot get time get tick 6 milliseconds. Q free. And then we're gonna have to do this as a reverse range. I think that's gonna work. Alright. Wait, can we just keep increasing the damage? Oh my god, we can. We kinda broke things a little bit. Well, we know that it's respawning now, how it's supposed to. Let's set a max time here. Where do we set that freeze time? Or sorry, minimum. So basically, it'll be at most 0.8 of a second for a freeze. So 1, if it, there, yeah, there we go. Oh, this does so much damage. All right, let's bring this down. This is a little overkill. Let's do 170 milliseconds. Oh, this is insane. This is the essence of sauce. This game has gotten so much more insane just because of the sauce we added. Granted, 90% of it is the screen shake. It's top. This is so stupid. I love it. I hate pigeons, but I love the game. Yeah, if you catch them on the upswing, woof. Alright, so we're gonna do it this way. Where are we adding more? Hold on, I gotta find this. Here we go. So we're gonna start adding that level up functionality, right? We're just gonna do that, and then bam, right? Yeah, you're not indented. Don't worry about it. You ain't overthinking it. Okay, so you're good. And then we're gonna go ahead and level up dot connect. Cop control dot the function we added, which was level up. So now, outside of all of this in the world, this is actually an interesting way to do this, to kind of just use signals to pass down information because you're not sure how it's going to change. You know, the big horn is our interface. So every invalid instance that we have, we'll just say bighorn dot I don't remember what the function's called again. Level up. I think that'll work. Well, it gives us a couple levels to cheat. As we annihilate birds, we should I can't tell if we're growing. We'll have to just eliminate a few here to see. Alright, you know, we'll just put the mouse here, and then that way. Oh yeah, we're definitely leveling up. Oh yeah, let's add level up functionality to our cob game, all through the power of flavor and juice. Oh, I just saw like 3 birds despawn. This is ludicrous. I'm in love. And my favorite is when you hit a bird and you keep hitting it on the way down. Because you can do that now, because you just keep on adding energy. It's just so much chaos. Oh man. Oh, it's not even midnight yet. This is amazing. I'm in love with this. Let's see if we can get some game testers. Yeah, let's upgrade let's put this on the itch page. For definitely, next thing we're gonna do is some quote-unquote branding. So we're gonna add a start menu and a few other things, including adding stuff to the itch page, because right now it's bare bones. But man, the sauce is so good. We level up with every bird kill. I love it. Alright, catch him with upswing. Yeah, we got that combo. And like these animations, right? They're not very flashy, but we can definitely make them much flashier. How much damage are we doing? Okay, so we're only doing like 227 right now. Okay, we're doing a stupid amount of damage. Like, it's all about sauce. It's all it is. It's so good. It shouldn't be this good. I'm sorry that I'm breathing so heavily. Like, this is bringing the endorphins. We're publishing this as is right now. This is beyond insane. So let's go ahead and create a new folder. We're gonna call it the sauce. We'll save it as index so we can just export it, zip it, and send it. And that's the best part about Godot. The compile time is instantaneous. It's beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Let me open up that itch page over here. I'm telling you, man, it's all about the sauce. I'll go ahead, edit game, and we'll upload version 7. So we're compressing the sauce. Now we should be good to go. I can't believe I made a gameplay loop out of this. There shouldn't be a gameplay loop. But yeah, there's, you know, nothing here in terms of sauceability, but oh man, this is insane. I am regretting nothing. Like, I wasn't playing out as being a serious game, but I think we're actually, you know, this is the stream game. So we gotta add all the sauce. Oh, we're starting to gain our first length. This is just insane. Yeah, I regret nothing. This is top. This is actually top. Do we have full screen? We don't have full screen. I should probably add a full screen button. That's fine. And honestly, I don't know if is the music loud enough? Yeah, you guys should be hearing the music. It's kind of fitting. But that's just, it just ends up so crazy when you get a combo going. Oh, we should be able to add a combo if it's frozen and, ooh. Alright, this is in the notes. So we have ground pound. So, we're gonna add this here. Future a list. Kernel damage. Combo on freeze multi-hit. So that's some other stuff we can do, and now we can add color to those. So we're definitely going to. But yeah, this is beyond insane. Oh, that one bird's just gone. Alright, we gotta see if we can get somebody to play test here. Alright, we're gonna kill the music. Wow, we almost went through the whole soundtrack. Yeah, but we're gonna get some playtesters in here, see if we have anyone who's available. I don't think we have anybody available right now. But that was ludicrous. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to have fun bashing. But yeah, y'all have a wonderful day. And a wonderful night. You know, it's coming around midnight right now, but that was an appropriate level of sauce. So I'm very happy with that. Like, this is insane, is what it is. And we start with a bird literally inside of us, but yeah, it's stupid. There's so much sauce, but it's really good. So, all right, y'all have a wonderful day. This is definitely a game. I hate pigeons. I hate pigeons so much, but this works. This is. Oh man, this is too good. Yeah, and sometimes I'll freeze their physics integration, so you'll just see them flicking you off before they just disappear. It's top. Yep. Yep, worth it. Alright, y'all have a wonderful night.